Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we will learn about steps of DNA replication. So, it is very important to understand the structure of DNA to understand its replication. So, DNA is a nucleic acid and act as hereditary material in all eukaryotes as well as in some prokaryotes. The full name of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, which have generally a double-stranded structure. DNA consists of nitrogenous bases, which are purines and pyrimidines, consist of adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine. It have a 5-carbon sugar, which is known as pentose sugar, and a phosphoric acid. In this picture, we can observe the double-stranded model of DNA proposed by Watson and Crick, having paired nucleotides or nitrogenous bases. So now let's understand the steps of DNA replication. DNA replication is considered as a semi-conservative process, and why it is called as we will understand after this video. So the major steps of DNA replication includes the formation of replication fork, initiation of DNA replication, elongation of DNA chain, and termination of replication. Now let's understand all the steps in detail in our upcoming slides. Now the process of replication starts with the formation of replication fork. Because it is compulsory for replication to unzip 2 strands of DNA, and this is performed by a specific enzyme, DNA helicase. DNA helicase disrupts the hydrogen bonding between base pairs to separate the strands into Y shape, and this Y shape resembles like a fork, and that's why it is called replication fork. Now the site from where replication starts is called replicon, and in bacterial cells the chromosome contain only one replicon or only one origin for replication. But in the case of eukaryotic cell, there are multiple origins and they have multiple replicons in a single chromosome. Now the question arises, how to identify the replicon? So it consists of a specific repetitive motif, which are one of 9 nucleotides and other of 13 nucleotides. So after the formation of replication fork, the DNA replication starts or initiate. Here, once the helicase unbind the strands, it is necessary to prevent them from unwinding again. So this is done by SSB proteins or single-stranded binding proteins, which bind both the separated strands and prevent them from binding again. Now the DNA polymerase can only elongate existing primers strand of DNA or RNA. So the RNA primer synthesized and bind to 3 ends of the DNA strand, and after then DNA polymerase come and elongate the DNA chain. So the initiation step consists of helicase enzyme, which unbind the helix, and the single-stranded binding proteins which hold the stranded apart, and after then the synthesis of RNA primer, which is necessary to elongate the DNA replication. Now after the initiation, the elongation of DNA replication starts. When the elongation starts, here the enzymes called DNA polymerase create new strands, and these polymerases are of different types which have different abilities. DNA polymerase 3 is a main replication enzyme due to its fast activity. Now the DNA have 2 strands which are complementary of each other, but replication is directional and it be only completed in a single direction of 5 end to the 3 end, because the enzyme DNA polymerase have only ability to perform the replication in a specific direction. So the strand which is moving to the 5 end to the 3 end is called a leading strand and have continuous DNA chain, but the another strand which is known as lagging strand have discontinuous small fragments which are known as Okazaki fragments. So here an enzyme named as DNA ligase come to join these Okazaki fragments, because it's very necessary to join these Okazaki fragments to make a continuous DNA chain. After this joining, the elongation part of DNA replication completes, and then an enzyme flap endonuclease is used to cleave bond between last ribonucleotide and first deoxyribonucleotide, because in eukaryotes most of the RNA component of primer, which is we have used as a RNA primer, is removed by an enzyme RNase H, which can degrade the RNA part of base paired RNA-DNA hybrid, but it has not ability to clear phosphodiester bond between the last ribonucleotide and first deoxyribonucleotide. So here this bond is removed by FEN or flip endonuclease. Now after the elongation of DNA chain completes, it's time to terminate the DNA replication process. So when the replication of both strands are completely replicated and come to the termination point, it needs a terminus region which having ter sequences or terminus sequences within it. But in the case of eukaryote, the telomerase enzyme catalyzes the replication at telomers. Now when a circular chromosome finishes replicating, the new circles made by replication are physically interlocked or connected. So these interlocked DNA must be separated so that each daughter cell receives a single double-stranded DNA after the process of cell division. So this catenation of interlocked circles is carried out by enzyme known as topoisomerase 4. Now with the help of this diagrammatic representation, we will understand the whole process of DNA replication and also recall all the enzymes involved in this process. So here we can see the double-stranded structure of DNA and elongation of DNA chain. Here we can observe the topoisomerase enzyme, which have ability to unbind the helical structure of DNA, and then the helicase comes and breaks the hydrogen bonds between two nitrogenous bases of DNA. Here the single strand binding proteins come and make sure that two strands don't come back together and hold both the single strands separately. Now the RNA primer is applied on the new daughter cell, and after then the DNA polymerase comes and synthesizes the new strand of DNA. After then the elongation of DNA chain carries on. So here we can see the two strands of DNA, which is having leading strand or the another one is lagging strand. In the leading strand, the replication is going on in the direction of 5' to the 3' and which is a continuous process. But in the case of lagging strand, the replication is going on to the 3' of 5', but it is discontinuous because of the helicase activity. Here we can see the small fragments which are called Okazaki fragments. Then to join these fragments, the DNA ligase is used. Here the DNA ligase join the fragments with each other, and then the termination of DNA replication starts, where the DNA ligase sticks the Okazaki fragments together in the lagging strand and the termination of DNA replication completes. So in this video, we have discussed about steps of DNA replication with the help of diagrammatic representation and also with the help of steps. So I hope we all have now understand the steps of DNA replication very well. Thank you.